Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a cushion for your chair. So I'll show you two different ways to make this. This is very basic. It doesn't have any piping trim on it. It does have ties so that you can tie it down to your chair. Inside is a 1-inch cushion. And then this one, if you want to just spend a little bit more time, this one has piping on the edges. This is my favorite one. I think this green piping really makes it stand out. This looks like a great cushion for a new spring makeover. Okay, let's get started. For this cushion, I chose to use quilting fabric, 100% cotton. And because I was making this in mind for an indoor cushion. But you can also use outdoor fabric if you want to make some thin cushions for some of your outdoor furniture. All of the cutting instructions and supply list will be listed below your YouTube screen. This is the cushion that I'm using, and you can get these at Walmart, but not all Walmarts have fabric and craft items. And this comes in a package of 4, and they're made by Fairfield. So they're just 1-inch thick cushions, real easy to work with. I'm going to just take a little bit of the foam off of each cushion just to soften those corners. And I'm using a little circle that's about 2 inches, and then I'm just pushing the sides of the circle template up against the edge of the foam. And then you would just go ahead and draw around it. And you can use a rotary cutter on this. I found it really easy to use the rotary cutter. And you want to do this at all 4 corners. For the top of the cushion, I've cut my fabric 17.5 inches square. And then in each of the corners, I rounded them. So let me show you a really quick method for rounding all 4 corners. Take your fabric and fold it in half and carefully line up all those edges. Then fold it again, getting all of your edges lined up. And then take a circle template. This is about a 4-inch circle template. And trace around the corner and then cut the corners. The fabric for the back of the cushion, I've cut 2 pieces that are 11 inches wide this way by 17.5 inches long. And I'm going to round just 2 corners on each piece. So again, stack your fabric carefully. Make sure you line up those edges and then fold it in half, lining up all the edges, taking your template, pushing it up against your edges there, tracing around it, and then cut. On the 2 edges that the corners are not rounded, you want to take that fabric and at your ironing board, you're going to fold them over 1/4 inch and press all the way down. Fold again and press all the way down. And then stitch right along this edge so that it looks like this one over here. For the ties, to tie the cushion to your chair, I cut out 2 strips that are 2 inches wide, and they're about 20 to 21 inches long. You can make them longer. If the posts on the back of your chair are really thick, you may want to cut them longer. So I would take a tape measure out there and measure to see how much length you need to have to your ties. So at each end of the tie, fold it over about 1/4 inch and press. Then fold it in half all the way down and press. Then unfold and take the edges and fold them towards the center, but not all the way into the center. Stay a little bit back away from that center line and press. And then do the other side and press. And then fold it in half like this and press. Then you're going to stitch along this edge all the way down. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. Fold your ties in half, and then you're going to pin them onto the front side of your fabric for the top of the cushion. And you might want to take your fabric out there to see exactly where you want to line up your ties. They could be more into the center or farther out to the edge. So I'm just going to sort of randomly put mine right about here. And so you're going to pin both of them on in place where you need them. Then I recommend you go to your sewing machine and do a little basting stitch across here to hold it in place. You can purchase piping at many of your chain fabric stores. You can also get it at Walmart if they have a fabric and craft area, and you can buy them on the internet too. And this is made by Wrights, and it's 1/2 inch wide piping. For those of you who want to put piping on it, here are the steps you need to do. So here is the raw edge of the piping. Put it against the raw edge of your top piece of fabric, and you're putting it on the front side. So the cord is right here. And pin it all the way around. And I'm going to show you a really easy way to bring your ends together. We're not going to do anything fancy. So just pull the ends out like this, just so they overlap just a little bit. And then when we go to stitch it on, let me pull this back a little bit more. This is in the back. So this is the back of the cushion that's against the back of your chair. So no one's going to see this. And pin this down. And then you're just going to do a basting stitch about 1/8 of an inch from this edge all the way around. And that's just to hold it in place until we could put the fabric for the back on. When stitching piping on anything, it really helps if you use the correct presser foot. This is a zipper presser foot, and so it makes it easy to get close to the cording, because when we go to put on the last few pieces of fabric, we want to get as fairly close to the cording back here as possible. Also, this is a cording presser foot, and this helps also make the process a lot easier for you. There's a little groove underneath the presser foot so that the cording easily slides under it. Take one of your pieces for the back and lay it on the top of the front side. So you have the pretty sides of the fabric together. And line it up along the edges here, and then pin it down along the edges. Then take your other piece and lay it on top, line it up on the edges on the other side, all the way around, pin it down. So these are going to overlap. So what you want to do as you're stitching, you want to back stitch a little bit across here where the two pieces of fabric overlap. At all of your rounded corners, you want to go ahead and do little slits. So you're cutting from the raw edge in towards your stitch line, but make sure you don't cut through your stitch line. And the reason for doing this is that it's going to help your corners lay much flatter. Now it's a little thick if you're doing the piping, but if you're not using the piping, it's real easy to cut through here. If you're not putting the piping on, your final stitching around the edge, when you're putting all of the pieces together, you're going to do a 1/4 inch seam. So after you have everything stitched, just open this up and turn it front side out. To put the cushion inside, I've already got mine in, you want to pull your opening out and insert the cushion all the way towards this edge first, so you get half of the cushion in. Then fold the cushion up a little bit towards the center, and it'll be a lot easier to insert it into the other side. And once you get it inserted, then you can unfold those edges, smooth it all out, straighten out your center fabric, and your cushion is all done. Well, they're all done. Now, if you're doing the chair pad without the piping, you're looking at 20, maybe 25 minutes if you're not very experienced. If you're putting the piping in, this could take another 10 to 15 minutes longer, but it's a very quick project. You could make 4 cushions easily in one day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in other beginner sewing projects, check below your YouTube screen for those video links. All you have to do is scroll down below the screen to the description section. Click on the down arrow to expand that section open, and then you'll see all kinds of links down there. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.